consideration with regard to nanothermite, maybe more other rumored military uses like thermite?
Well, thermite is a different thing, which I don't have time to, but thermite is thermite when you add sulfur to it. And it has the advantage of cutting, when you add sulfur to thermite, it cuts through steel much faster. And there have been researchers from Rochester Technical University called Jonathan Barnett, who found sulfidation of two steel beams, one from the towers and the other from the building 7. And this is a completely unambitious proof of the application of thermite, which is number one to use when cutting steel. The red grade chips cannot account for this one. We do not find sulfur, which implies that there must be at least two different kinds of thermite applied for the demolition of World Trade Center. I stress, so we do not know exactly which role was played by the red grade chip. We know it shouldn't be there. It's high technology material. And it can, due to the nanothermite is a very versatile material. It can be sprayed and painted on the structure. And many people have focused on this property of nanothermite. It's much safer to work with. You can use it as paint. I didn't believe this for a long time, that this feature was important for a long time. I couldn't see the point of painting the steel frame with nanothermite. But now I show you a video which has made me rethink the whole thing, or rather proves that maybe when we are making a distinction between an incendiary, an explosive, and rocket fuel, we are operating with concepts which are obsolete. What we are seeing here is something which covers all three features, and what is going on in this video, which we will actually, I do not quite understand. You'll see the South Tower exploding from a helicopter. And there are some very important features of this one. First one is you'll see explosions going on above the level of the impact of the airline. And if any of you are familiar with what's called the pile driver theory, according to which the top part of the skyscraper should drive its way through the lower part, should crush its way through the lower part. This is a pile driver model for collapse on the towers. Now it is killed by what you're going to see here, because you'll see the explosions occurring above the impact point of it. You'll also see the top section of the South Tower starting tilting before it comes down. Now when something starts to turn here, it's supposed to continue to turn and go down. It doesn't. It disappears in the air. It just simply vanishes and explodes. But the point related to what we just said about the nanothermite is that you'll see fragments coming out, which is going towards the ground faster than free fall. How can anything fall faster than free fall? Well, it can if you fire a rocket from the top of the tower towards the ground. It will move faster than free fall. And you'll see white trail after them, which is compatible with the observation of aluminum oxide, which is the other product of the thermite gas. Most astonishingly, you'll see a fragment coming out of the South Tower, and then change direction 90 degrees. It comes out like this, and then it suddenly goes this way. What's happening? Very check. Question? Yes, question?
What ignites it?
Electricity.
What starts that ignition or that reaction?
It started electrically. The remote control. Wireless.
And would one do the whole building, or would they have to continuously do?
Or continuously. What you see when the towers is coming down, you'll see continuously that the crush zone is moving actually at a constant acceleration 2/3 of
This is the destruction of the South Tower of the World Trade Center, viewed from a helicopter to the south. This particular video clip is rich in details that call the official story into question. Notice the numerous explosions on the west side of the building above the impact point. As the top 30-floor section falls, it tips to the east. It starts off intact, but then it disintegrates in midair. Gravity alone could not cause the top section to disintegrate. When an object is in free fall, there are no internal stresses. It should have hit the ground in one piece, but it didn't. Some of the debris is clearly being accelerated by forces other than gravity. These effects can be caused by late firing explosives, which can produce a white smoke trail. White smoke, consisting of aluminum oxide, is a byproduct of the thermite reaction. While producing this video, I ran across one rocket projectile I had not seen commented on before. This one stopped midair and changed directions. Even taking perspective effects into account, this projectile lost one component of momentum and gained another. That requires an impulse. Note that the rocket trail does not point back to the building, but the point where the impulse occurred. Let's take it from the top. There's a lot going on. Watch for the smoking guns.
Wow. Change direction. So that means a piece of the building.
Yeah, before I close, let me tell you a personal story about this. And this is, 4 years ago, I didn't know anything about this. But I saw building 7 going down accidentally. And it made my jaw drop. I had to push the button again. But once, nobody had, this was World Trade Center, and I hadn't seen it before. Why has nobody told me about this? Next, I couldn't understand what was going on. So from that moment on, there's been no way back for me, but there is a way ahead, and this road has led me to Victoria and to meet a lot of wonderful Canadians. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.